Hey guys, welcome back to Stovepipe TV. I'm Adam,
I'm Luke.
and today the Savage got a makeover. Since the last time you guys have seen this, get off, bug. It was during the 500-yard challenge, and if you recall, I had a lot of issues out of this gun. Main reason number one was the scope rings, and we'll have a little clip here now so you can see that.
This is not like a flat top Picatinny rail. So the recoil lugs sheared off because they weren't in full contact.
That would be the little pieces of aluminum I got hit with.
Yep. All four of the corners of the recoil lugs got sheared off.
And number two was it blowing primers.
And the bolt getting stuck.
Oh yeah, the bolt was stuck, blowing primers, and insert clip number 2 of that. Well, probably 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Well,
Black powder musket.
obvious fix for the rings was new rings.
Yep.
And
They have a full cross bolt instead of the
this pin goes all the way through.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's still considered a Picatinny rail that's on this thing, or a Weaver Picatinny hybrid, or a lightweight Picatinny. I don't know.
Why can't we just have a standard?
It was really hard not to just buy like the 40 MOA NBT rail and just be done with it. But again, trying to keep this somewhat cheap.
I mean, it is. I mean, it's a budget long range build, without a doubt.
Intermediate. I don't like, you get past what dedicates long range is. That would be a question for another day.
6-arc as a whole, it's a 1,000-yard cartridge any day.
Yeah, but is 1,000 yards a long range, or is it?
It's not
a mile?
It's not ELR. I didn't say extreme long range.
Okay.
I said long range.
You know what? Fair enough. So,
Okay, so scope rings changed.
Yes.
Bolt.
These are just like Rayton scope rings. Sure. I wanted something that was a little bit higher and had the full cross bolt. That was the big thing for me.
Bolt. How did
So, we keep our gunsmith in the dark on these videos and all the work that he does for us, but I'm sure you've seen me wearing his logo on my hat and shirts before. But Flat Creek Firearms,
the best,
the homie, honestly, the best. And we'll leave a link to his YouTube channel below.
Yep, go give him
Even
some love.
though it's probably not gonna be up very much longer because he really doesn't care about YouTube guidelines
and YouTube policies are constantly changing and evolving and devolving in some ways.
Yeah.
So
Either way, his channel will be below. But he polished the bolt, and with the issue of it blowing primers, we took, because this is still a short action bolt.
Yep.
Even though it's a 6-arc
mini action.
Yeah. And you know what? We could probably hold up. I got you. Stonks. But he polished the bolt, and It's covered in grease now, but bolt's been polished, and we took a short action, another 308 Savage, pulled the internals out of it, pulled the internals out of this one, and everything was in the spec. Everything, like the firing pin was the right length. The firing pin wasn't like mushroomed out or like sharpened to where it was a point. The springs were the same. Everything was exactly the same as a 308. So, which boils down to, I don't know why it was blowing firing pin or why it was blowing primers, but it came down to, let's just file it down and see what happens. And with the rounds that I shoot, the Hornady Precision Neo DX,
Precision Hunters,
that's them. For some reason, they just switch primers between lots. There's no primer specific. And the gold primers, the brass colored primers, shoot fine. The silver primers will still blow through. So again, Hornady and their fantastic wisdom on, the way I look at it, precision, it needs to be repeatable.
It needs to be every variable stays the same.
Yeah, exactly. So why are we switching primers? But either way, especially for how much those rounds are a pop. Either way. So that's how we were able to get the gun to quit turning into a muzzle loader.
Well, it still does every once in a while.
Well, yeah, with the other, because I've got like some are gold, some are silver, and I'll show later in the video. We'll shoot one of the two, and you'll be able to see.
I think the most obvious change.
So I really liked the stock that was on that Savage.
Yeah, I mean,
I liked it because it was some kind of weird texture. It was kind of a limited run.
Yeah, it was like a paint splatter
built specifically.
It felt like you walked into an old barn and got a bunch of cobwebs on your face. Like that's what it felt like.
Yeah, true. I really like that stock.
Yeah.
It never gave me any issues. But they don't know this yet. But in a week and a half, by the time this video is up, a week and a half. We will be competing in I'm hoping a very amateur PRS match. Otherwise, we are going to get absolutely dusted.
We're probably getting absolutely dusted regardless.
Yeah, I feel like some old man with a 270
0 to his flinch is just gonna
blast us away.
Yeah.
But either way, so I just wanted to shoot a bolt action for that match. I mean, I could easily take the 20-inch AR and probably be okay. But what comes with that is I needed a bigger magazine. I was sick and tired of those janky, short action stuffed with a little filling in like a little block in the back of them to run the little mini action cartridge. They didn't feed. The
Savage mags suck.
Awful.
We'll just leave it at that.
So, again, Flat Creek Firearms hooked me up with this chassis. It's a MDT field stock. And the big thing that I was able to do this is because MDT actually started making, all right, I'm going to probably get it wrong, but it's the AICS.
You got it.
All right, AICS mags for 6 arc.
Yep.
And basically, this is the polymer. I wanted the steel. The steels are on back order. They're coming, but either way. And the only real difference between these mags and because these footprint of magazines are the same for any short action, the magazine bodies are the same. But for the 6 arc, they just...
Extra polymer.
Yeah, extra polymer around it. And this is a 12-round mag for a bolt action.
Better than 4, sometimes 3, sometimes none.
Yeah. And I have no issues with this magazine feeding. I'm so glad that Justin at Flat Creek Firearms was able to help me out because I've been wanting to get an MDT chassis, but like some Savages, the bolt takedown is down here, like on this one.
Yep.
Some are up here on the side, or
so the Axis and like the old 110 series, they're on the side. The newer ones are down here. This is a newer model 110, like the Stevens model 110. Like I have my 30-06 is on the side. So
it's like, well, what's going to work with what? This is technically a short action shooting a weird car. It was just a lot of variables that I wasn't sure about. He was able to contact MDT for me and they verified everything was going to work. And literally all I did was unbolt the stock, put this new one on there, and it's been flawless.
Well, you were going to get a different MDT chassis.
So again, this was big shouts out to you and cameraman.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at it's like, well, I'm going to end up dropping $1,000 on the chassis, $300 on the stock, this much on the rail. Like it was just adding up, and it was so hard for me to just justify, wow, that's a $600 gun with a action that's already jacked up and not working properly. It was just so hard for me to drop $1,400 on something, because like once this action's gone, that's it. That's the gun. I mean, that is the firearm for a bolt action. So again, it was very hard for that. And you and cameraman both were like, well, why don't you just look at the field stock? And I'm like,
yeah, I mean, with MDT, they're two like lower end. You have the Oryx and you have the field stock.
Yep, and then everything else is like the price ranges from this stuff goes from like, $300 to $500 to like $800 to $1,000.
And then the $1,000 ones are just the chassis. You have to get the grip, the stock, choose the length of the forend. It's
but I saw the field stock and I saw the price and I was like, even if I don't like it, it's not that much in the hole. Like it's not going to be that big. I mean, $300 is not cheap, or $330, whatever it was. Still not cheap, but like I'll take the gamble on it. And this stock is amazing. Like it completely changes the gun.
Super comfortable.
And I'm not much of a like thumb on the other side shooter. I kind of just wrap the thumb around it like a
gremlin.
big gripping. And this stock does not allow me to do that.
Yeah.
And to be honest though, this part here is
I got a joystick.
Very comfortable. Yeah, it's and then to match the chassis, we just had to get a new bipod. I had to get a new bipod anyway because the other one was built for a swivel stud. And then this is a Atlas V8, I think is what it's called. And it's on a 419 rail. I was really hoping this 419 rail was going to come out a little bit further. That's why I paid the extra money for it, because online it looked like it would push it out a little bit, but not really.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, the only big complaint, and probably the only complaint at all I have about this chassis, is the cheek riser.
Yeah.
Because I mean, and that was tight.
Yeah, I was even sitting over here playing with it and tightening it even more.
I mean, like no matter how tight you get it, it's still gonna. But then again, it's a cheek riser.
Yeah, maybe if your head isn't 50 pounds like
me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you said it.
I don't plan on changing the trigger. I really like the
Aki triggers are solid.
The Savage Aki triggers I don't have an issue with it. But as we know, as we said, we're getting ready for a PRS match. So I feel like let's do a little obstacle shootings maybe, to kind of show off the chassis and things like that, and then we'll probably wrap this video up. I don't see too much more in the video.
Yeah, just wanted to go over what changed since that video, because you will end up seeing this in the.
We feel like we needed like something in between the 500-yard challenge and then the amateur PRS match, because it's just going to go from stock hunting rifle to PRS gun.
Yeah, and the only thing that's changed on the Grendel is the scope.
Oh yeah, they haven't even seen that yet.
Yeah, well, so y'all see that in that video. I just replaced the scope because the other one was a 4-16. I replaced it with a 6-24. Has a little bit finer of a reticle, so should be a little bit better for touching out there.
Out there.
Yeah, we shot it last weekend.
Yeah,
and touched out to the 475 pretty easily after getting it adjusted. So,
but I say let's do some shooting.
Yep.
Okay, so before we shoot though, I wanted to show this so you guys can believe me. That is 2 different primers. I mean, they're 2 different rounds, 2 different boxes of ammo, but the same brand, the same style, the same everything. So we're gonna load the gold one in first. Shoot that one, and then you'll see the silver one probably blow the primer out. Actually, no, it won't, because it's on video, and that's how it goes every time.
Which one's up first?
Gold is up first.
Gold equal good.
Gold is good, correct.
We are recording here.
You good over there?
Yep.
All right, so we're going to go for just a quick 400 off of a legally acquired traffic cone. And it's a miss.
Bottom right edge. Like a little hip bone right here.
Let's go one more. And that one just fine. And now this is the scary one.
Impact.
And
Top right edge.
muzzle loader. And as you can see, so that I'm not a liar, gold primer is fine, silver primer pops. And I'm sure they saw that too.
Yep.
So, and I have a feeling that that is what's killing this bolt is all that gunk coming back into the receiver.
All right. I didn't shoot this since you changed it. So let's see. You said it's 0 for 4?
Yeah, you just put it right on the middle. It should be good. A little high. You nicked it. Left shoulder. High. Turn it back to 2. Impact. Who turned it to 2.1?
That's crazy.
All right, so we're gonna go for a little PRS style shooting. First shot, five shots. You're gonna start with the gun out of the tripod, magazine out of the gun. First target is a 300-yard target. Once you hit the 300-yard target, you move to the barrel and the bag, and you go for the 400. And you can shoot kneeling, squatting, whatever you want on the barrel. So we're going to try and run a shot timer, but either way, as long as it picks up the last shot there,
yep,
you'll be fine. And I've only got 5 rounds, so if you miss all 5, you just suck. And we need more practice.
True.
So anyway, I will be waiting on the beep.
All right. Shooter ready.
Yes.
Stand by.
Oh, that one blew up.
That it did.
Shooting off a tripod sucks.
Impact.
That's it.
Last shot was at 54.30. And 1 impact.
So we're gonna let Luke give it a try.
Hurry up, this bit heavy.
Same rules, same everything. So, shooter, are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
Safety.
Impact. Impact. Yeah, it didn't pick up nothing. It was faster than mine. Yeah, no, it was faster than mine, and you hit by target, so you're doing pretty good. What was the strat there? So for one, you dialed.
Not shooting on full zoom.
And not shooting on full zoom.
Yeah.
Because I did not dial, and I was on max zoom.
Yeah.
And I kept getting tunnel vision in the.
Yeah, I don't ever. I'm always 1 to 2 levels from the max zoom when I'm actually shooting. Like if I'm identifying something, yeah, I'm on.
Fair enough. It's a good strat to have too. All right.
Except for that one. That one I got to be.
Oh yeah, well they're not going to be able to see it.
Yeah. Those 2 white specks out there. 8 inches and 6 inches.
True. All right. Well, let's
wrap it up.
Agree.
I don't like my neck anyway.
Here, I got you. You can.
Oh.
There you go. So
definite improvements. The magazine itself, the changing over to AICS pattern mags is the only improvement it needed, honestly.
Fair.
And that is just
crisp. I see why everybody, like all chassis, are using those mags. Everybody's going to those mags. I see why now.
Yeah.
I need a lot more practice. And when the rounds are $1.40 a piece, that's
an expensive practice session.
Yeah. Also, we still got to figure out what's going on with those different primers.
Yeah, because let me pick that one up. Because interestingly enough, one of the ones that you shot exploded.
Yeah.
And it's a gold primer.
And it's still, then again, we might not have taken enough off that firing pin just because this match is in a week and a half or 2 weeks.
And you want it reliable.
And I want it reliable, but the fact is, if we grind that firing pin down too much, then I'm probably not getting another one before that match starts. Yeah. And it's almost to the point where it's like, do we just want to let it blow primers?
I mean, it's blowing primers, but it's hitting steel.
It is. And from what I've seen, when it blows a primer, you lose about 100 to 50 FPS, which doesn't sound like a whole lot in the grand scheme of things when those things are coming out at like 2,700 feet per second. But at 400 yards or 600 yards, 100 FPS is a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It might get some more ground down, and we just hope for the best.
You take the 5.56 as a backup just in case.
Yeah, well, I was hoping I could shoot both, but that's probably not going to happen because this thing is that thing for one is stupid heavy, too heavy, and I don't even know if I'd be able to shoot it off of barricades and obstacles. So
yeah, I mean, plus it'll be interesting you having a bolt action, me having the AR pattern. So
well, I might be having a single action by the time it's said and done. But either way, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't be scared to put a $600 gun in a
fairly expensive chassis.
Yeah. Because the upgrades are well worth it.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm getting tired of these bugs flying in my microphones.
Any conclusions? Anything you want to add?
I don't think so. It's a good shooting gun. It always has been. Now it's just better.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for the video.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.